Hello, everybody. It's the Worm, back again for some Raging Loop. And this time is the promised climax of the main story. Of course, it's it ruins a bit of the surprise to be told it's arriving, but it has been. It feels like we're getting there, definitely. Um, Now, I don't know if that means this is the climax just for. Well, he said main story, the sheep, but we've been dealing with these three main routes here. So I guess the question is this going to be the climax of darkness here? And then there's more stuff afterward? Because remember, there are a few things we have to go back to Wit for. But I guess we'll find out. In any case, I'm excited, and I just want to get into it. So, very short recap today. I think we all know what happened last time. It was very amusing. It was probably my favorite bad end. The tables got turned on us because of Mako. That's pretty much how it happened. So, there's also the talk with this god right here, which was somewhat interesting. But now let's get on to it. Let's actually listen to what the god has to say.
では、どうすればいいんですか?
こうじゃ。
Huh. Yeah, that's Haru's voice. What? I'd thought I'd got used to the pain by now, but I was oh so wrong. Where'd she get that branch? I wanted to ask that, but I wasn't in a state to do it. Sorry. I wanted to ask that, but I wasn't in a state to do it, for I was already lying defenseless on the grass. I felt my limp body get dragged. Another thing.
だ。いいんだ。
Say what now?
いいんだ。これで。
I heard her whisper that over and over again. Well, I didn't see that one coming. I kind of assumed we would, kind of hash out a plan between us, but I guess her plan requires us to be unconscious for it. So I guess we'll see how this goes. The next morning, I woke up in a lot less pain. I guess I just had a worrying thought. What if she does something like sacrifice herself for us in some way? That wouldn't be good. Also, again, we have this. The way that conversation ended, once again, it leaves me wondering, okay, where exactly is the line between the god and Haru? Though I couldn't even tell if I'd actually woken up. My consciousness was far too vague. Last night, I'd gotten beaten up so badly I couldn't even stand. None of my wounds were life-threatening, but that was why my body was sensitive to every injury, sending pain signals to my brain. I felt like I'd just recovered from paralysis. This was normal. The fact that I could walk around at night was the anomaly. My body had been bound once more. Had Great Lord Shinai actually tied me up again? Had he restored the torn ropes or something? No. It was actually tied differently, and over a different spot. This was a different rope put on me sometime later. Also, the knot seemed kinda clumsy. It was Haru-chan. She was using me for something.
立てる不妻子春明。
She'd entered like it was no big deal. They'd confiscated my key, apparently. So maybe we're bait?
何？
って
I couldn't force my voice into words.
いいわ。引きずっていくから。
Did Haru kill someone? She was curt with me. However, I could tell from her voice and actions that she was perplexed by something. Maybe no one died? Huh. She actually dragged me, still bound, down the hill into the plaza, leaving me even more beat up. It was hard to get me up the steps to the hall, though. She kicked me in frustration, and I somehow crawled up. That's very rude. Everyone was already there. Rokako Uematsu, Meiko, Chikamochi Kamoshida, and...
ようおいでになったの。町のお方。
Huh. Once again, I find myself blindsided. Okay. This is weird. Which is quite the thing to say in this game, but okay. What's going on, guys? What? It was morning, and yet she was...
これはどういうこと？なんなのよこれは。
She directed that shout at me, but it was clear who the source of her confusion was.
何をわめいておられる町の奥方。よもやまだこの山里の断りをご承知ないと仰せか？お姉ちゃん変。
上松さん、説明してくれないかしら。
牧島春様は以前にもこのようなことに。
Uh-huh.
なんですって？
狼つき。
は？
そうじゃ。
What?
やれやれやれやれやれ。黄泉があまりに退屈ゆえ、とととかかとにせがんで霧に紛れ、落ちまいってみたが、トトは早速戻らされ、カカも先に戻ってしもうた。まあ、暇は潰れたかの。散々殺して。我は満足しておりますぞ。
Are you trying to say...
神内明神の子たる人の皆々様。
I think she might be doing a sacrifice.
ちょっとどういうことよ。狼ってそういうものなの？
かつて人は狼を殺した。その恨みを
But
晴らすために
But there has to...
狼の親子はさらながより落ちきたる。
Dang it, Rokako. You keep getting me with your pauses. No, there has to be... If she's sacrificing herself, there has to be more to it. That can't be the whole plan. That wouldn't make sense.
ストーリーのことじゃなくて、こんな本当のその。
I feel for you, Mami. I really do. Yeah, it took us a while to really buy into the whole supernatural stuff, too.
桔梗の振る舞い？
そう、読み意味の宴ってそういうことじゃないはずでしょ。 これは殺人事件のはずでしょ。
Oh, just a serial killing, huh?
私はこのようなことが起きても驚きはしても意外には思いません。
Also, we haven't heard or seen from Yoshitsugu yet, making me think that she did in fact kill him.
あなたは鴨志田君。
僕にはわかんない。りっちゃん、はるちゃんの病気治ったんじゃなかったんだね。
本来ならば狼付きなどであれば雲の力で引き取るなど到底及ばぬつきものです。ネヤのはしためは神内明神の末のお守り、狩り場の主に正面から挑めようがありましょうか。
よくわかんないからさ、一個だけ聞きたいんだけど、はるちゃんは昔こうなった時から狼になる運命だったってこと？
Nope.
わかりません。
We know that she doesn't in other routes.
昔こうなった？
いかにもいかにも。我は8年前くくられ黄泉に戻されるところを霧に迷いしこの娘の器に落ち戻ることができたのじゃ。ところが早々に霧が引いてしまいましての宴が引けてしもうた。それで次の宴を待っておったのじゃ。
Lies?
どうなされた町のお方。口で仰せずばわかりませぬぞ。
Lies. You were no wolf. Yeah, she's the badger. You weren't destined to get the wolf's blessing. You already knew the real story. You knew exactly what I wanted to say. Why was she tilting her head and smiling? No. I knew her intention.
さてさてさてさてさて、こたびの宴も随分と寂しくなったことであるし。
But I couldn't understand it.
くくるがよろしかろう。
Yeah, so I think Haruaki is getting to where I'm thinking here that yes, this is her play is to sacrifice herself, but the reason why I said earlier it doesn't make sense is because, okay, say they hang her. Presumably she's killed Yoshitsugu, otherwise why would he not be here? That still leaves... It's us, it's Haruaki, and potentially Mako if we could get her on our side this time, which is still not a sure thing, versus 3. So the minute, say, another night passes, that we kill that Haruaki kills another person, wouldn't they immediately say, oh, that Haru was BSing us, it's Haruaki's the other wolf? Like, what's the next step here? Why would she go this far?
どうするの？どうすればいいの？
I mean, it's throwing these guys off, which is probably good.
牧島春様は今朝縄を解いておられました。
Can you be more specific?
錠前をものともせぬ狼様ならあり得ることかも しれません。
それじゃこいつが動けてないのはどういうことなのよ。こいつがマキシマハルが人だって言ったから、ライトを渡してたから、狼に間違いないって。
おっしゃいましたね、間宮様が。
じゃあどう説明するのよ。なんでこいつが嘘つく必要があったっていうのよ。
すべての理由を聞く前に叩きのめしてしまわれたのは織部義継様でした。
Rokako to the rescue.
あなただって止めなかっただろうが。
はい、昨日のことで。ええ、間宮様を非難するのはよしましょう。しかしどれほど恥でも間違いは自ら正さねばなりません。夫妻子様、おつらいでしょうがお願いいたします。本当のことをお話しください。
Wow. I mean, he's gonna do it, right?
と あ
No.
じゃない。
はっきり言ってよ。
僕は
I'm
狼じゃない。僕はビタ。
He accepts the sacrifice.
僕は蛇だ。はるちゃんのことがはるちゃんを好きになったから嘘を言った。僕は迷った迷い続けてはるちゃんだけは勝てるように他の狼をかかしにした。
狼を二人まで見つけ、蛇としての信頼を得て、一人の狼をかくまい続けて、それで最後の二人になることを目指されたのですね。人を裏切って。
I nodded.
でもあなたの愛した牧島春様はもういないようです。
心はもう狂うてしもうた。
I wanted to shed tears, because I actually felt like crying.
最後にあの機会はどうして牧島春様にお渡しになったの？
ライトはああいうのが好きだって言うからあげた。
I mean, that's true.
仲良くなりたかった。
My chest hurt. My chest hurt like hell.
夜霧を投げば光の線ができたの。面白うございましたぞ、町のお方。
I could easily lie. The pain in my chest was just from my wounds.
お聞きですか、皆様。春明様は母情ゆえに贈り物をされ、そして裏切りを企んだ蛇の加護者でした。そして牧島春様こそが最後の狼でした。投票を。
待って、ありえるの？そんな嘘が本当に？
夫妻子春明様は安水の出身ではない。母情が使命を上回ってもおかしくはありません。鴨志田様。
はるちゃん、本当にそれでいいんだね。
何のことかの？
じゃ、はるちゃんに。
町の奥方に。
牧島春様に。
房雪さん。
夫妻子様、投票はできますか？
Fuck. I had to talk. I was the one who decided to be evil. I had to play the villain until the bitter end.
いいわ、言わなくても同じだから。夫妻子くん、悪いけど謝れない。同情はするけど、あなたは害悪すぎる。牧島春に1票、これで3票。彼がどう入れたって覆せないでしょ。
Sorry about that, everyone. Had to take a little break there, but now I'm back. There was something I wanted to say. Yeah, okay. It's... If I go back, let's see. Where was it? Yeah, okay. Right around here. It's interesting to me that Mochi, if you'll recall, I put a lot of stock in Mochi's perceptiveness. And the fact that Mochi had that little statement, or little question, he said, "Is this what you want, Haru?" Even though we had this sort of little conversation where, oh, it's not her anymore, or oh, she's been consumed or something. Really making me wonder where the line is, if it's not more Haru than the god. But still don't know.
くくります。
いや、
Fuck.
信内さんのお守りはひかがちふましらみ 納めじゃのう。
The funeral was different. The wolf was cheerful. With a spring in her step, she went to the front of the group as if she was excited for what would happen at the hanging pine. I was walking at the very end, supported by Rokako-san. Clearly, it was an act of repentance.
あやしおみびとけがらえり。あやしおみびとなきにせん。なんじゃ、歌うていただけぬのか。
Basically, everyone was uneasy. Of course they would be. They were dealing with an actual god.
とようひとりきりたた
Thus,
しないさんのおまもりは
I had to sing, even if I was the only one.
よきかな。
That was the only kind of atonement I could make.
縄を結びました。
飛べばよろしいのじゃ
狼様、
な。なんでしょうや、雲の巫女殿。
狼様はどうして落ちておいでになるのですか。人とお守りを断罪するためにおいでになるのですか。
そうか、そうか、そうか、そうか、そうか。まだ皆々様はそこを怖がっておいでなのじゃな。哀れじゃのう。伊藤衆荒らせられるの。はあ、涙が出そうじゃ。特別に漏らして差し上げよう。我らが落ち戻るのはな、我らがそうやって生きておるからじゃ。
Losing her words, Rokako-san bowed a little and backed away.
さて、ここまでか。
Everyone backed away.
皆々様はようお耐えになりましたな。
She was just too incomprehensible.
さあらばしまわん。
And more than that, her back actually looked divine.
これにて失礼。
She took a step toward the cliff.
はるちゃん
Before I knew it, I was the one closest to her. My body and mind were so numb that I couldn't move forward or back. All I could do was call out to her. She'd stopped. I had nothing I could say. That was when the cloth on her face fell away.
バレちゃった。
I knew it.
かっこ悪い。
With that, she jumped toward me and kissed my ear. And just like that, she turned around and ran. No, I was the uncool one here. I'd half expected this to happen. I'd seen the signs. And yet, I'd still let her do it. No, that was wrong too. She'd lived the way she wanted. Just like I'd asked, she'd ignored what others thought and gave both her mind and body to sacrifice, the unparalleled vice. Was I supposed to be some sort of teacher warning her against it and setting her on the proper path? No, no, no. In the end, I was just regretful that I'd broken the rules I'd established. It should have been the other way around. It wasn't supposed to be me. She should have been the villain among villains, who betrayed and sacrificed her comrade to live on. She was consumed by the mist, and that was that.
お熱いことね。それに巻き込まれて死にそうだったって考えたら腹が立つけど。
Yeah, that is a completely fair reaction, Mamiya. So, are we supposed to... Are we supposed to take from that this Haru-chan, you realized I knew it, that it's, you know, Haru-chan the whole time? Is that what the conclusion you're supposed to draw from that is? That every time we thought we were speaking to the god, it was actually her? If that's the case, and I'm not 100% sure on that right now, but if that is the case, that raises a whole lot of questions. Because then it would mean, okay, maybe there isn't a supernatural deity here, but it would mean that Haru-chan herself is supernatural. So, I mean, because we saw the controlling of the dogs, her supposed telepathy. I mean, that's how she was able to understand we were looping. So, basically, it's something like, even if there wasn't this god character and it was all Haru, it still doesn't get rid of all the strange supernatural happenings that were going on. Also being able to change her voice. But it would nicely explain why she was able to so easily switch back and forth between the two if it was all Haru-chan the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna need more. That's not enough for me to come to any conclusions yet.
すみません。
And I have another question too: is where do we go from here? Because we're not done yet. Mami-san closed in on the cliff.
ちょっといい？
Everyone did as she said. Then she dragged the rope up. It was supposed to have Haru-chan's weight on it, yet she could reel it in without any trouble.
何？逃げたの？
Uh-oh. In a panic, she quickly brought the long rope back up. Soon enough, we saw the end. Everyone fell silent. The noose was covered in fresh blood. Haru Makishima's slender neck had been torn the moment the rope went taut. Ooh, yeah. I think it's my understanding that regarding hangings, that can be a possibility, I think. If you tie the rope wrong or something like that, something like this could occur. I think. Maybe not as extreme as the head being cut off. I might be... I think I'm misremembering. It's either... I could just be misremembering, actually. I feel like I remember hearing about something like that. I mean, there's the idea that you can tie the hanging... or the noose wrong, and instead of being hung quickly, you know, they... because it's meant to snap your neck, right? And if you tie it wrong, it's possible that instead of having your neck snapped, instead you're forced to basically get strangled instead. And that's a much worse way to go, of course. But I feel like I've heard... This would have been years ago, so this very well could be... I'm just imagining I'm remembering this. But I feel like I remember it could also be the other way around, where instead of drawing it out, it could actually be done in such a way where maybe the head comes off? The fact that... or now that I've said it out loud, that sounds a bit weird, though. So maybe not. Never mind. This could just be some strange supernatural business going on here. I had no idea what happened next. How I left the graveyard, what the others were doing. The pain and difficulty breathing was just too much at this point. Was I conscious? If so, why couldn't I feel anything? If not, was I asleep, or had I fainted? I couldn't tell. My whole body felt heavy and was in pain, feeling completely crushed. I had a nightmare where I was surrounded by countless smiling Haru-chan heads. A dream could only mean that I was sleeping. Before I knew it, the pain had vanished, leaving me to suffer only the regret and sadness. I am very glad we did not get a CG of a bunch of smiling Haru-chan heads. Okay, I opened my eyes. Where was I? It looked like a poorly made hut. Right next to me, I saw Rokako-san. Huh? Rokako-san? Huh. My body was already... Ow!
ご無理はなさらないで。
Now, surely the mist is not gonna dissipate, because there's still a wolf. So won't the humans notice that? Even if we don't decide to kill someone, won't the humans eventually notice that the game's still going on? I only hurt because I'd been lying on a hard floor. The wounds were gone, though.
よかった。少しは聞いたようで。
Did you use your spider magic on me again?
何かしていただけたんですか？
Unfortunately, Rokako, I really don't deserve it this time.
傷と苦痛を引き取りました。
That had to be a joke. Was there anything the Uematsu superpower couldn't do?
ありがとうございま。
I wanted to prioritize gratitude before shock, but then I saw the filthy blood. The filthy blood in a bucket at her side. I wanted to say blood bucket, but I saw the filthy blood in a bucket at her side. Sorry.
驚かれましたか？植松家の娘の曲芸のようなものです。
不思議なことはあるものですね。
Sorry, Rokako.
そうでしょうか。単に悪いものを移して吸い出しているだけです。万能ではございません。先ほどもうなされておいででした。
That was because of the dream, not any wound.
お体は大丈夫ですか？
はい。この曲芸のために植松の娘は血を出し慣れるよう育ちますので。良くなられたならばもうお部屋にお戻りを。
あ、すみません。
I almost forgot. I was a lying snake. The worst possible guardian receiver who'd almost destroyed the humans.
いえ、あまり時間がありませんので。
今何時でしょ
う？時計は持っておりません。しかし夕方です。
I finally realized that my surroundings were tinted orange.
わかりました。何度お礼を言っても足りませんが、ひとまずこれで。
不妻子様。
She called out to me, but I didn't turn around.
私はあなたを責めません。
Huh.
無理もない
Ah, I see.
ことでしょう。人の情けを狼に向けられても藤吉のものとして生まれたのでも藤吉の水に長く馴染んだのでもない町の方ならばそのような方が宴に招かれるべきではなかったのです。そもそもが。
She hadn't changed at all.
くれぐれもお気になさらないで。不妻子様が勇気を出して最後に明かしてくださったから、私たちは狼を皆くくることができたのですから。
おやすみなさい。
I was afraid of hearing that emotionless voice say anything more.
房幸さん。
She stood outside the room, but I ignored her.
ハッサン、
Someone called out to me from the mist.
言いたいことがあるからまた明日。
And then he left. I'll see you tomorrow, huh? You don't think we're gonna target you? Is that it? I returned to the prefab. Slept. Woke up. Changed into the wolf outfit. And killed Hisako Mamiya. All by myself. Man. You know what? We're going to call it there, I think. Definitely a pretty somber episode. You know, when you hear something like, oh, the climax is going to be happening next time, you think it's going to be, well, climactic. You think it's going to be exciting. Well, you know, not necessarily exciting in a positive way, but, you know, tensions run high and all that sort of stuff. But no, it was just a pretty somber, yeah. I think I'll need to think about Haru a bit more. But I'm definitely leaning towards it was more Haru this whole time than it was this deity. But again, as I just said, I need to think about it a bit more. And it still doesn't explain all the supernatural occurrences involving her. And even if you can explain some of the supernatural instances, it doesn't really... I don't really have a motive for why she would act this way. Remember all the way back in Yomi, the first major route we did, there was that scene where we were in Chemi's room, and the one we now know as Haru, dressed up in her strips of cloth, just emerged in the doorway and told us to go sleep. I mean, what was the motivation for that? Why would she want to do that or act that way if it was all just her? I don't know. All right. Next time, we're going to see the fallout of, well, this everything that's happened here. This episode was pretty somber. If Rokako, I was almost hoping we would kill Rokako, actually. That's a terrible thing to say, but because at this point, if Rokako understands just how fully we've betrayed her, it's a double betrayal. The wound is it's like she was wounded, the wound was starting to heal, and then we wound her in the exact same place again. We rip off the still forming scab, and it bleeds again, and I'm really not looking forward to that. So the next episode could be a tough one, so let's brace ourselves for that. I've been The Worm. This has been Raging Loop. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.